我们知道以色列人曾经在埃及地聚居400多年。
We know that the Israelites dwell in the land of Egypt for over 400 years.
本来他们住在最好的歌珊地，受到最好的待遇。
Originally, they live in the land of Goshen and receive the best treatment.
因为约瑟曾经在那边当宰相。
Because Joseph was once the prime minister of Egypt.
但是时间久了以后，有不一样的朝代兴起来。
But because there are different dynasties.
说新的王不认识约瑟，也不晓得约瑟对埃及人的贡献。
And the new Pharaoh does not know Joseph, nor did he know what Joseph have done for
他
the
们看到以
Egyptians.
色列人很强盛，
And they saw that Israelites are growing strong.
所以他们就联合起来来压迫以色列人。
And so they have united together to oppress the Israelites.
这以色列人在困苦当中向神祷告。
And so the Israelites cried to the Lord in their turmoil.
神派摩西带领他们出埃及。
And so God sent Moses to lead them out of Egypt.
因为他们梦想说神应许他们祖先一个流奶与蜜的迦南地。
Because they know that God had promised their ancestor a land flow with milk and honey.
虽然很辛苦当中神把他们带出埃及，过了红海。
And even though in their life of slavery, God still let them out of Egypt and went across the Red Sea.
经过了40年的旷野生活。
And after 40 years of life in the wilderness,
其实他们大概2年就来到了这个迦南地的边缘。
in reality, they actually came to the edge of the land of Canaan in about 2 years.
他们说要先去窥探迦南地。
And they say they will go in to spy the land of Canaan.
结果那些人回来说那个地方的人很高大。
But the spies returned and reported that the people in there are all giants.
他们的城墙很坚固。
Their fortress are strong.
结果以色列人他们的梦都碎掉了。
And so the Israelites, their dreams were all broken.
所以他们想，我们没有办法去得到那个迦南地。
So they thought to themselves that we are unable to obtain this land of Canaan.
因为他们没有信心结果就在旷野当中绕了38年。
And so because they don't have any faith, therefore they wander in the wilderness for another 38
等到那
years.
个没有信心的兵丁一个一个扑倒在旷野当中。
Until that generation all die in that wilderness.
然后他们又回到了约旦河边。
Then they return back to the edge, the bank of Jordan.
因为过约旦河就是迦南地。
Because after they cross the river Jordan, then they are in land of Canaan
但
again.
是要过约旦河，同样有很多的艰难。
But in order to cross that river of Jordan, there are still many
因为
obstacles.
当时的河水漫过两岸。
Because at that time, the river overflowed the banks.
以色列人他们带着很多家具，带着很多的儿女。
And the Israelites have brought with them all their possessions and their families.
大大小小200万人怎么渡河？
Young and old, almost or more than 2 million people, they don't know how to cross that river.
过河了以后又有强大凶悍的迦南人在那边等着他们。
Even after they cross the river, they are still to face the giant Canaanites there.
所以以色列人要进迦南，当然是一个相当艰巨的任务。
So for them to enter that land of Canaan, there was many obstacles laid ahead of them.
所以我们看到以色列人他们离开埃及以后，
So we see that the Israelites, after they departed exile from Egypt,
先过红海，
they first went through the Red Sea.
然后走完旷野的路程最后要过约旦河。
And after they wander in the wilderness, now they are at the Jordan River.
才能够进到迦南地。
And they will need to cross this Jordan River in order to enter the land of
这
Canaan.
是预表了我们现在 信徒的天路历程。
This also prefigures the path that we need to go through towards our heavenly kingdom.
因为过红海预表脱离，因为过红海是脱离了埃及的法老王。
Because crossing the Red Sea means that they have depart from the land of Egypt.
说他们在海里、云里受洗归了摩西。
And in the sea and in the cloud they have been baptized and belong to Moses.
那这是预表我们借着洗礼脱离了撒旦的权势。
This to prefigure that through baptism that we are released from the stronghold of Satan.
进入神的恩典当中。
And we enter into the grace of God.
我们就开始走天国的道路。
Then we start our journey towards heavenly kingdom.
当我们路程完成的时候，
And at the end of our journey,
我们还是要过属灵的约旦河。
and then we need to pass that spiritual Jordan River.
因为这个约旦河是预表完全得胜的生活。
Because this the Jordan River represents a victorious life.
才可以进到迦南地。
Then once we have the life, then we could enter the heavenly kingdom,
他说我们
the
要
land
从
of
这
Canaan.
个过约旦河以色列人过约旦河来学习一些属灵上的教训。
And so we will learn some of spiritual teachings from the crossing of Jordan.
他说摩西带领他们的工作完成了。
So Moses, the guidance from Moses is complete.
所以他就在摩押高原的地方离开世界。
And so he departed this world at the heights of Moab.
以色列人可能害怕说摩西没有了，我们怎么进迦南地？
And so the Israelites might be afraid that since Moses is not there with them anymore, how could they enter the land of Canaan?
但是神为他们预备了一个继承人。
But however, God had prepared for them a successor of Moses.
因为摩西曾祷告神，
Because Moses had prayed to God.
说神你从百姓当中选一个人，
And he prayed to God that please select someone from among the Israelites
继续来带领他们，
to continue to guide the
不
Israelites.
要让这些百姓变成没有牧者的羊一样。
Don't allow the Israelites to be without a shepherd.
神说就是耶稣亚，
And God told Moses it is Joshua
因为他是心中有圣灵的，
because he has the Spirit of God in his
你
heart.
带他来，
Bring him forth
你按手在他身上，
and lay hand on him
你把一些尊荣归在他身上，
and pass the glory onto him.
就要他继续带领这个以色列百姓的工作。
And he shall succeed you to continue to guide the Israelites.
后来神就对耶稣亚说
And then God said to Joshua,：“
我的仆人摩西死了，
My faithful servant have passed away.
你要起来带领以色列人进迦南地。”
Now you have to rise up and take the Israelites into the land of Canaan.
耶稣亚承续了这个责任，
Joshua succeeded this duty.
可能他感到这个责任相当重大，
He felt that this is a great task upon him,
压力很大。
and there is a great pressure
当然，
upon him.
神鼓励他，
But
给他
however-
很多的应许。
God encouraged him and gave him many promises.
他说：“你脚所踏过的地方都要是给你们。
And God said to him that all the lands that you have walked on shall be yours.
神应许的，从旷野地一直到伯拉大河这一块土地，都要给你们。
God had promised them from the wilderness all the way to the Canaan, the land of Canaan, are all belonging to
神
them.
应许的非常的大，
That land is very vast,
但是叫他说，
Great.
你要有信心来承受这一块地。
but told him that he needs to have faith to inherit this
说
land.
你要刚强壮胆，
You need to be strong and be courageous.
因为在你一生当中，没有一个敌人可以在你面前站立得住，
Because there shall be no enemy that could stand in front of you,
因为我要跟你同在。
because I shall be with you.
但是你要把我告诉摩西的律法，
But you need to take the commandment that I gave to Moses,
不可以离开你的嘴，
And you shall keep them and not depart from your
你
mouth.
要照着遵行。
And you need to obey
所以
and
你无
follow.
论到哪里去，就能够凡事亨通，凡事顺利。
So no matter where you go, you shall be prosperous.
所以神给约书亚很多的应许坚固他的信心。
And so that God have gave Joshua many promises and strengthened his faith.
然后神就对约书亚说你们要准备过约旦河。
So God said to said to Joshua to prepare to cross the
说那个
Jordan.
时候刚好是收割的时候，所以那个河水涨过两岸。
And at that time, it was during a time of harvest, and the water would overflowed the bank.
所以他们要进迦南，有很多的阻挡。
And so for them to go into land of Canaan, there were many
好像我
obstacles.
们生活在这个世界，
Just like now we're living in this
我
world.
们要进到神的国，也要经历许多的艰难。
And in order for us to enter the kingdom of God, we also need to overcome
我
many
们要面
obstacles.
对很多的试验跟试探，
We need to face with many trials and also
因为
temptations.
我们所处的是一个罪恶淫乱的时代。
Because the place we live in is filled with sin and
因
sin
为
and
是
terrible
一个
things.
罪恶淫乱的时代，
Sin and adulterous era.
所以这些罪恶的潮流对我们都会造成非常大的冲击。
So this trend of this sinful trend will affect greatly upon us.
所以我们一定要克服各样的困难我们要过得胜的生活。
And so we need to overcome all these troubles and to live a victorious life.
神说你们为着要过约旦河，
So God said, in order you need to cross this river
所以
Jordan.
你们先要预备好食物
And so you need to prepare all your food.
当然他们要过河所以要准备尽自己的力量，准备一些他们生活上用的东西。
And so in order for them to cross, they need to prepare all the daily necessities.
我们今天要过得胜的生活也是一样。
And so today we need to, if we're to live a victorious life, we need to prepare ourselves
要
too.
预备属灵的食物，
We need to prepare our spiritual food,
就是要把真理充实在我们的心中。
which means to fill our life and our hearts with truth.
有主的话，我们就能够胜过试探。
With the words of God, then we will be able to overcome our trials.
好像约瑟受试探的时候，
Just like when Joseph went through his trials,
有神的话在他的心中。
that the words of God was in his heart.
他说：“我怎么可以做这种大恶来得罪神？”
He said, how could I do this great sin to sin against God?
魔鬼3次试探主耶稣，
Satan tempted Jesus 3 times.
但是主耶稣都用神的话一个一个来得胜撒旦。
But Jesus used the words of God to overcome Satan.
所以我们要充实属灵的粮食，
So we need to prepare our spiritual food.
把神的话存在我们的心
We
中
need to store the words of God in our heart.
我们才能够过得胜的生活。
Then we will be able to live a life of victory.
何西阿书里面说百姓因为没有知识灭亡。
In the book of Hosea, it says that the Israelites do not have any knowledge, therefore they
当然
perish.
这个不是没有属世的一些知识学问，
It is not because they don't have any worldly knowledge,
而是因为没有神的道存在心里
but
面
rather because they don't have the words of God in their heart.
所以很容易受试探引诱就失败了。
And therefore they were easily tempted and fall.
当然说当时的祭司他们去掉神的话语，
Even said that the priests of that time, they removed the words of
所
God.
以神就去掉他们不让他们当祭司。
Therefore God removed them, that they are not, don't allow them to be priests
所以
anymore.
过约旦河要准备食物。
So therefore, before we cross the Jordan, we need to prepare our spiritual food.
我们要过属灵的约旦河要充实属灵的食物，就是把神的道 充实在我们心中。
And in order for us to cross the spiritual Jordan River, we need to prepare the spiritual food, which is the words of God.
我们看约书亚记第1章，约书亚记第1章
Turn to Joshua chapter 1.
12节跟13节。
Joshua chapter 1, verse 12 and 13.
约书亚记1章12节。
Joshua 1, verse 12.
约书亚对流便人、迦得人、玛拿西半支派的人说，13节，
Verse
你们
13.
要追念神的仆人摩西所吩咐你们的话，说啊，主你们的神使你们得平安，也必将这地赐给你们。好，这里讲到说啊，有2个支派办啊，因为他们要求摩西，摩西就在约旦河东啊，把一块得来的土地啊，分给他们做产业了。
And so there are 2.5 tribes that asked Moses to have the land east of Jordan.
啊，那他们曾经答应说啊，他们还是要跟其他的弟兄一起过约旦河啊，征战把整块土地啊得到以后，他们才回来。
That they have also promised that they will cross the Jordan with the rest of the tribes to conquer the land of Canaan and then return home.
啊，所以约书亚就分入这2个半支派的兵丁啊，大概有4万多人。
So Joshua commanded this 2.5 tribe of men and soldiers, so
说
about
你们要帮助你们弟兄啊，让他们能够平安的过河。
that tell them to help their brothers so that they could cross the river.
因为约旦河的对岸啊，就是很强大的敌人在那里。
Because once they cross the river, then they are faced with their great enemies.
啊，可能他们在渡河的过程当中啊，迦南人如果攻过来的话，他们就可能会遭遇到很大的伤亡。
And so if they were to cross the river while the Canaanites start to attack them while they're in the river, then they might encounter
约书
great
亚说啊，你们这些
trouble.
兵丁啊，要先去防备，
And so Joshua told their men to go and protect them
让你们
first,
的弟兄可以平安的在那边渡河，
so that their brothers, other tribes, could safely cross the river,
能够常常啊保持警醒啊，防备敌人。
and that they could stay alert and protect themselves from the enemies.
弟兄当中啊，大家彼此互相的帮助
And among the brothers, that they could help one another,
一起啊来对付敌人，让我们都能够一起得胜。
and to fight the enemy so that they could all be victorious.
所以我们看到说啊，当时他们啊，不管是那些长官啊、族长啊，所有百姓啊，全部都非常的同心。
And so we could see that that time, all the people, all the Israelites, men, young and old, are all united.
这个是跟40年前他们过红海的时候完全不一样。
This was different from 40 years ago when they first crossed the Red Sea.
那个时候他们一看到危险就向摩西挖渊源哦。
Because those generation, when they encounter trouble, they will complain to Moses.
说你怎么把我们带到旷野，要让我们死在这里嘛？
They grumble to Moses, "Why you bring us to the wilderness so that we die here?"
但是现在经过了40年的操练以后他们的信心很刚强。
So after 40 years of training, that their faith is strong.
全体百姓非常的同心。
The entire Israelites were very united
因为他们准备过约旦河。
because they were ready to cross Jordan.
我们看第3章，约书亚记第3章，
Turn to Joshua chapter 3.
这是他们实际过约旦河的行动。
This is a recording of the event of crossing Jordan.
约书亚记3章第1节。
Joshua chapter 3 verse 1.
3章第1节。
Chapter 3 verse 1.
约书亚清早起来，和以色列众人都离开石亭，来到约旦河，就住在那里等候过河。 第一个行动啊，就是离开石亭的地方。
The first thing that they do is to leave Shittim.
全部来到河边，在那边等候要过约旦河。
And they all came and camped right next to the river, waiting to cross over.
我们知道这个石亭的地方啊，也是以色列人他们非常难过的一个地方。
Shittim, we know that it was also a land of sorrow.
虽然那个地方已经靠近迦南地了，
Although that land was very close to land of Canaan.
但是那是他们非常惨痛失败的经验。
But that land have memories of their failures.
因为摩押王看到以色列人很强大，
Because the king of Moabites saw that the Israelites were strong.
他找一个术士叫做巴兰，
And they bring forth Balaam
说我给你很多的财宝，给你官位，你来做主以色列人。
and tell Balaam to go and curse the Israelites.
但是神都把他的做主全部变成祝福。
But God have changed Balaam's curse into blessings.
后来巴兰没有办法啦，结果他就为摩押王出来一个诡计。
And so Balaam have gave a trick to the king of Moabites.
说你要害以色列人很容易，
And he said that if you want to cut out the Israelites, it's
你们
quite
就
easy.
摩押女子去引诱以色列人。
Just take the Moabite, the woman, to go and tempt the men of
这个后来以
Israel.
色列人就中计了，
And so the Israelites fall into this trickery,
跟这些摩押女子交往，
and they have committed adultery with these
跟他
Moabites.
们发生淫乱的行为。
And they have sexual relationship with them,
又随从他们去拜偶像。
and they also follow them to worship idols.
结果让以色列人遭到神的惩罚，有24000人遭到瘟疫死掉。
And that they have fallen into the wrath of God, that there were 20,000 men die.
虽然迦南地已经在眼前啦，
Although land of Canaan is right before them,
没有想到在那个迦南的门口在那边就失败死掉了。
but they did not foresee that they will fall in the doorstep
这
of
是
the land of
他们非
Canaan.
常遗憾的一件事情。
And this was something that they regret.
所以现在要过约旦河啦，所以要离开石亭的地方。
So now they were to cross Jordan, therefore they need to set out from Shittim.
过去流浪的生活、失败的生活全部都要除掉了。
They have to remove all the failures, all the wilderness life
那么他
from
们
them.
要祭司抬着约柜在前面领路。
So they asked the priests to carry the Ark of Covenant to lead them.
我们看约书亚记3章第3节。
Let's turn to Joshua chapter 3, verse 3.
约书亚记3章第3节。
Joshua chapter 3, verse 3.
吩咐百姓说：你们看见主你们的神的约柜，又见祭司利未人抬着，就要离开所住的地方，跟着约柜走。第4节。
4.
只是你们和约柜相离，要两间走，不可与约柜相近，使人知道所当走的路，因为这一条路你们向来没有走过。然后说祭司抬着约柜走在前面。
So he asked the priests to carry the Ark of Covenant in front of them.
说这一条路你们没有走过，那是约柜走在前面替你们找路。
They have never been in this way before, therefore the Ark of Covenant will guide them.
你们离约柜要保持一个距离。
And that they need to keep a distance between them and the Ark.
然后你们可以看到说应当走哪一条路。
Then they will see which road that they should go.
这个约柜当然这个是象征神的同在。
And of course, the Ark of Covenant resembles the abidance of God.
预表耶稣基督。
And also signifies the Lord Jesus
因为
Christ.
他是我们的元帅，
Because he is our general,
所以我们要在他的带领之下来走天国的道路。
therefore we need to follow him under his guidance to walk on the path
所
of
以因为
heaven.
这一条路我们没有走过，
Because we have never walked on this way
耶稣
before.
在前面已经替我们行过了，他已经得胜了。
Jesus has walked in front of us and was victorious.
所以我们就跟着他的脚步这样来走。
And so therefore we need to follow his footstep.
这个祭司是抬着约柜，
And so we see that the priests carry the Ark of Covenant.
要走在百姓的前头。
They need to walk in front of the Israelites.
我们再看3章第5节，
Let's read chapter 3 verse 5.
3章第5节。
Chapter 3 verse 5.
耶稣也吩咐百姓说：“你们要自洁，因为明天神必在你们中间行其事。因为神要跟他们同在神要带领他们的路。
So God was to abide with them and to guide their path.
神说你们要圣洁。”
And so God said, consecrate yourself.
因为神是圣洁的，如果没有圣洁，神不同在。
And because God is holy, therefore they need to consecrate themselves, or else God will not abide with them.
他说神要在他们当中，要来帮助他们。
And so God will be among them to help them.
如果神发现他们当中有不洁净的说神就会离开。
And if God found there's iniquities among them, then God will not be with them.
所以以色列人在征战的时候他们一定要先把营地洁净。
And therefore, when the Israelites go into war, they have to consecrate the camp.
然后神跟他们同在，他们就能够得胜。
Then God will abide with them, then they will overcome the enemy.
他说当他们攻打耶利哥城的时候他们就照神的话在他们造城这个城就倒下来了。
So when they were to attack the city of Jericho, they surrounded the city, walk around the city, and the
结
wall
果后
came
来他
down.
们去攻打埃城的时候
But when they went to attack the city of Ai,
虽然这个埃城比耶利哥小很多
this land of Ai is so much smaller than Jericho.
但是没想到他们去的时候失败了，好多人被杀了。
But unfortunately, they went and they fell, and many were killed.
耶稣也都伏在地上在那边哭神你怎么没有帮助我们？
And Joshua fell on the floor and cried out to God, God, why didn't you help us?
神说以色列人当中有人犯罪行了诡诈。
And God said that there are people among the Israelites that have sinned and have done wicked things.
因为他们取了不当拿的东西，
They have taken what they should not have taken.
所以他们就在敌人面前站立不住。
And that's why they cannot stand strong in front of their enemies.
因为有了罪在当中所以神不跟他们同在。
Because there are sin among them, therefore God did not abide with them.
所以神说我要在你们当中行奇事，
So God says that I will perform miracles among you.
所以你们都要自觉，
And therefore you need to be aware.
因为神要带领他们过约旦河。
Because God will guide them across the river Jordan.
我们今天要神的同在也要过圣洁的生活。
So today, if we want the guidance of God, we need to live a life of
神就
holiness.
跟我们同在。
Then God will abide with us.
当然了，告诉他们说你们要凭着信心过河。
And then said to them that they need to cross with faith.
我们看3章14节，
Let's turn to chapter 3, verse 14.
我们看3章13节，先看13节。
Chapter 3, verse 13.
约书亚记3章13节
Joshua chapter 3, verse 13.
说：“等到台普天下主神约柜的祭司把脚站在约旦河水里，约旦河的水就要从上往下流的水必然断绝，立起成垒。”14节。
14.
百姓离开帐篷要过约旦河的时候，抬约柜的祭司乃在百姓的前头。15节。
15.
他们到了约旦河，脚一注水， 16节。
16.
那从上往下流的水，便在极远的地方啊，撒拉旦旁的亚当城那里就立住了，立起成垒。那往亚拉巴的海，就是沿海下流的水，必然断绝，全然断绝。于是百姓在耶利哥的地方啊，都过去了。这里讲到说啊，祭司啊，抬着约柜走在前头。
Here you record that the priest carried the ark was in front of the people.
这个他们凭着信心呐，脚一踏到河水啊，这个河水就开了。
So they stood into the river with faith, and the river split open.
上游往下流的水啊，就在上游的地方都断绝了。
And all the water from the upstream stopped flowing.
其他的水就一直往下流啊，所以中间啊就变成干地。
And so the water, the river, become dry land.
所以以色列百姓啊，他们就可以这样很顺利的渡过这个约旦河进到迦南。
So the Israelites were able to cross River Jordan on dry land.
所以我们知道说这个信心非常重要。
And so we could see that faith is very important here.
当信心的脚一踏到水里面了，水就分开了，就变成干地了。
That faithful footstep stepping into the river made the river become a dry land.
原来那个河水是涨过来两岸的。
Originally, that river was flooded.
所以信心可以帮助我们开出一条出路来。
So we could see that faith could open a new way for us.
所以说我们来到神的面前一定要有信心。
Therefore, when we come to the Lord, we need to have faith.
相信神的存在，相信神的大能力。
We need to believe in God. We need to believe in His power.
相信神会帮助我们胜过一切的艰难。
We need to believe that God will help us to overcome all troubles.
神会赏赐一切信靠他的人。
And to bless those who believe in Him.
所以一个人如果没有信心就不能够得神的喜悦，他就没有办法从神那里得到什么。
So if the man does not have faith, then he will not receive any grace from
虽
God.
然我们在生活当中、圣工当中常常遇到很多的艰难，
And although we might encounter many difficulties in our work, in our life,
要靠着信心来突破一切的艰难。
but we need to overcome all these difficulties with faith.
这是非常重要的。
This is very important.
所以古时候在选立工人一个条件说要大有信心。
And that's why in the old days that when they were to select a worker, they would look at the qualification that they have
这
to
个
have
信
great
心不
faith.
只是一种知识上的信心，
This faith is not just on the knowledge,
而是行动上的信心。
but in action.
虽然有很大的困难，知道说靠主的大能就能够得胜。
Although they might encounter great difficulties, but if they relied on God, then they will overcome it.
这是我们做圣工应当有的态度。
And this is the attitude we need to have when we are
如
doing
果
the
说
work of
我
God.
们遇到困难，我们就灰心就退步了，我们就没有办法做什么。
And if we encounter difficulties and we lose heart and withdrawn, then we cannot do much.
以色列人他们被掳了以后又回到耶路撒冷。
The Israelites, when they were captured, they returned back to Jerusalem
因为他们要把被毁掉的圣殿重新建起来。
because they wanted to rebuild the city of Jerusalem.
当然，这对他们来讲是一个非常大的艰难。
And although that was great task, great
所
difficulties
罗
for
门
them,
王的时候是最强盛、最富足的时候来盖起圣殿。
and they have rebuilt the temple of God.
现在他们是亡国被掳的少数人回来。
And now they are in the era when the city and the temple
那
was
时候
ruined,
是受到外族的统治，
and they were captured and captive
他
of
们
a foreign
又
land,
非常的贫穷。
and they were also very poor.
当然他们有那个心，
But however, they have that heart,
所以回来就把奠基就把圣殿的根基立了，
Then they came back and they set the foundation
但是
of the
阻挡
temple.
马上来。
Then there were obstacles
四围的
immediately
列
followed.
国联合起来啊，就抵挡他们，不准他们盖圣
The
殿。
neighboring countries came and forbid them to build the temple of God.
啊，结果他们就失掉了信心啦，
And then they lost faith.
认为说啊，大概建殿的时候还没有到啦，
They thought that maybe it is not time for them to rebuild that temple.
所以每一个人都先把自己的房屋盖好。
So then they all went back and they built their own
结果
house.
神的殿后来就荒凉了。
So then the Lord's temple become ruined.
那结果他们因为这样就失掉了神的祝福。
And because of that, they have lost the blessing of God.
后来先知就告诉他们：你们看看，你们反省你们现在的生活，
So the prophet said to them, look at your current life.
你们为什么撒那么多种啊？收成只有一点点。
Why do you sow but you reap little?
你们赚了工钱，我的袋子啊，袋子破洞都流掉了。
Why do you earn wages but put in a pocket with holes?
为什么你们现在吃不饱穿不暖？
Why is it that you eat but you're not full, you wear but
因为
you're
你
not
们
warm?
让神的殿荒凉了。
Because you have allowed the temple of God to be in ruin.
所以你们不看顾神的家，神就没有办法看顾你的家
And。because you did not care about the house of God, then therefore God will
所
not
以
care
先
about
知
you.
说啊，从今天开始，
So the prophet said, from today
我们每
on,
个人都去拿木料来建造神的殿。
let us bring forth the materials to rebuild the house of God.
啊，结果大家受激励以后啊，就开始建殿。
And everyone were encouraged and come back
结
to
果
rebuild
神
the
的祝福
temple.
从那一天就开始了。
And from that day on, God's grace and blessing came
他说
upon
那
them
个时候
again.
他们要盖圣殿，真的很艰难呐、
So at that time, it was very difficult for them to
说好
rebuild.
像大山小山呐、挡在他们的路，根本没有路可以走啊。
There were large. It seems like there were obstacles as large as mountains that they were unable to go
啊，
past.
那先知勉励他们，
But the prophet encouraged them.
不是靠势力，不是靠才能，
It is not through power or through riches and
啊
wealth,
靠神的灵就能够成事。
but rather it is through the will of God that we will succeed.
说大山小山算什么？
So what is a large mountain and small hills?
在所罗巴伯的面前都要变成为平地，
That they will all be leveled in front of God.
因为有神的同在，所有一切的艰难呐、都要一一的克服。
Because with the guidance of God that we are able to overcome all obstacles.
啊，真的，神的帮助啊，很快他们就把圣殿重建完
And truly, under the help of God, that they were able to rebuild the house of God.
所以我们今天呢、要做神的工也是一样，
So today, when we are working for the Lord,
要靠神啊，专一靠神，
we need to rely
不
on
是
God.
靠人的势力才能。
We don't rely on men's power or wealth.
只要神帮助我们，我们还有什么没有办法克服的困难
If God were to help us, there's no obstacles that we cannot overcome.
啊？我们有很多的困难啊，但是我们凭着信心，靠主的帮助，脚一踏下去啊，这个河水就一个一个就分开了。
We might have many difficulties, but with faith that we step into that river and river will cease.
神虽然给我们很多的教训，很多的应许
God gave us many teachings and many promises.
啊，但是有时候我们觉得说，哇，这么困难啊，我有办法做得到吗？
But sometimes when we looked at our difficulties and we question whether or not we could do it.
但是你凭着信心去实行啊，神的恩典就看到了。
But if we do according to our faith, then we will see the work of God.
说你所安息日，
So for example, we
神要
observe the
让你
Sabbath,
停下地的高处，
that we will inherit the earth.
神要把你祖先雅各的产业来养育你。
That God will sustain us with the inheritance of our father Jacob.
啊，真的，我们所安息日，你就能够体会到神的祝福。
And which means that if we observe the Sabbath, we will see the blessing of God.
神说你全然把那个1/10啊， 送到神的库里面。
God says that if you bring forth the tithe into the house of God,
然后你去看看神怎么打开天上的窗户来祝福给你。
then we shall see how God opened up the window of heaven to shower His blessing
有
upon
时候
us.
我们小信的心我们不敢做。
Sometimes because of our little faith that we're afraid to take that first
那
step.
神说你做做看
But God says, do it, try it.
你可以试试看看神怎么来祝福你。
Try it to see how God will shower His blessing upon
让我
us.
们慢慢的从生活当中的体验慢慢做，慢慢体验，我们信心就越来越刚强。
So little by little, that in our life we experience God, then we will strengthen our faith.
因为走在主的路上，我们不是凭眼见，而是凭着信心来行。
Because when we walk upon the path of God, that we are strengthened not by sight but by our actions.
我们知道说这个河水它有一些属灵上的意义跟意表。
We also know that this river also have some spiritual teachings.
我们说人生好像流水一样，
We said that our life is just like a flowing of
约
water.
旦河的水是从那个上游黎巴嫩的山上那边流下来，
Jordan River actually flow from the upstream from Lebanon
然后一
down.
直流流到最后就流到死海里面。
And it will flow all the way to the Dead Sea.
因为那个死海盐分很高，所以里面生物没有办法生存，所以叫做死海。
Because the Dead Sea is the salt content is very high, therefore there's no living organism in
这
there.
是象征我们人的人生。
And this is resembles our life.
因为我们人从我们祖先犯罪以后，
Because as men, when our ancestor sinned,
所以呢，罪一个人把他带到世界
one man brought the sin into the world,
所以全世界的人都有罪
and therefore sin came into the world.
罪的工价就是死，
And the result of sin is death.
所以结果死就临到了众人。
And therefore death came upon all men.
所以人活在世界上，最后的结局就是往死亡的地方走。
So when men live in this world, our end point is that death.
所以属是众人的结局，没有一个人能够胜过的。
Death is the end of every man. No one could overcome it.
这是人生的真相。
This is the truth of our human life.
所以人一出生以后，
So when a person is born,
虽然孩子充满着盼望，到了中年好像入圣当中，
although they have many hopes for their life, but when they reach middle age,
过了中年以后，好像太阳要下山了，
they are at the height of their point, and after middle age, they start to
最后到了老年的时候就要结束我们人的一生。
and when they are at the old age, then they are ready to end their life.
这本来是人没有办法胜过的一种定面。
This is a cycle that we cannot overcome.
但是我们看到说这个河水本来从上游一直下来，
But we see that this river came from upstream all the way down.
那说当祭司的脚抬着约柜，他脚一踏到那个河水，河水就从上游的地方就断绝了。
So when the priest step into the water, this water ceases from the upstream.
从这个上游的地方有一个城叫做亚当城，
And because there is a city called Adam,
旁边有一个地方叫做撒拉旦，
and there is in the vicinity there is a place called
撒拉旦就
Zarathan,
是愁苦的意思。
which means sorrow.
这个从那个亚当那个地方河水就停掉了。
And then the river stopped at the place called Adam.
本来一直流下来的水就干掉了。
The water ceased at that point.
所以百姓就可以过河了。
Then the Israelites were able to walk through on dry land.
我们知道说人类的罪人类的劳苦就是因为亚当犯罪了。
We know that our sin and our suffering in this world all came from Adam.
因为亚当的犯罪，所以人类就劳苦愁烦死亡跟着领导。
Because Adam sinned, therefore he brought in the toil, sorrow, and death.
但是我们看到主耶稣的救恩领导世界，
But we see that the salvation of Jesus Christ came to this world.
他担当我们的罪，替我们的死。
He had bear our sin and died for us.
他带给我们救恩带给我们新生命。
He brought forth salvation and new life.
所以我们在耶稣基督里面就能够，因为他担当我们的劳苦背负我们的重担，我们可以得享安息。
And because we're in the Lord Jesus Christ, where He had bear our sorrow and our toils, therefore we could receive
所以一
rest.
切的劳苦、患难、死亡就离开了。
All the toil, suffering, and death all depart from us.
我们在主里面就可以享受平安、喜乐，还有永生活泼的盼望。
Then we could receive peace and joy and the everlasting life.
这都是主耶稣的救恩所带给我们的福分。
This is all the salvation, the blessings of the salvation that came upon us.
所以一切的失败、软弱就完全的消除掉了。
All our failures and weakness are removed
我
away.
们可以在耶稣基督里面享受新的生活，享受真正的自由，还有充满活泼的盼
Then
望。
we could live a joyful life and hope in Lord Jesus Christ.
这是主耶稣的救恩所带给我们的结果。
This is the salvation that Jesus brought to us.
所以我们可以跟主同死同埋葬，我们就得新生命，还有活泼的盼望。
Then we will die and bury with Christ, and then we will resurrect in hope with the Lord.
就是那个河水断绝本来一直流到那个沿海、死海里面的水就断绝了。
This is a teaching of the river ceasing at the upstream for us.
这个祭司就站在那个河当中一直让百姓全部都过河了。
So the priest with the ark stood in the middle of the river until all the Israelites crossed
神
over.
吩咐祭司从那个河水上来，
And then God called the priest out from the river.
结果说他们的脚一踏到岸上，
And so the minute that their feet are on the ground,
那个约旦河水又恢复了，又涨过两岸
then
了。
the river Jordan start to flow again and flooded over the banks.
所以让我们知道说那个不是一个巧合，而是一个真正神的作为。
So we see that this is not a coincidence, but rather the miraculous work of God.
祭司的脚一踏进去，河水就干了。
When the priest's foot step into the water, water ceases.
祭司的脚一起来河水又复流。
When the priest's feet step out of the water, then water start to flow.
这神的作为就是这样让百姓很顺利的过河。
And the work of God allowed the Israelites to successfully
让他们知道
cross the
说
river,
真的神跟他们同在。
so that they see truly that God was with them.
说那个时候耶稣还有以色列人在所有的人当中被人家称为大，被所有的人称大。
So that they see that Joshua was great among all of them.
一方面这些百姓信服神后来靠着神的帮助，可以打败所有迦南地的人。
And because they have faith in God, that they are able to conquer the land, the Canaanites.
迦南人因为看到这个神迹说他们的心都软化掉了。
And the Canaanites, because they see this miracle, that they were afraid in their heart.
所有的那帮的人看到神的作为他们都归荣耀给这位神。
And all the neighboring countries see the work of God, they glorify the Lord.
说是以色列民他们后来进去以后花了7年的时间，一直得胜把这个地就全部占领下来。
The Israelites went into the land of Canaan for 7 years, that they have conquered the land and have obtained the land.
说我们今天同样要过得胜的生活我们才能够进到属灵的迦南地，就是进到神的国。
So today we also need to live a victorious life in order for us to enter the land of Canaan, the spiritual land of Canaan, which is our
所以
heavenly
迦
kingdom.
南地是预表神所要应许给以色列人的安息之地。
So land of Canaan represents the land of rest for all the Israelites.
因为很早以前就应许给他们的祖先说，这是要让他们在安居立国的地方。
Because God have promised them that this is the land that they will allow them to establish their families and live in peace.
虽然他们早期的祖先没有真正得到那个地上的迦南，
And although their ancestors did not truly fully inherit this land of Canaan.
但是他们知道说，人生在世界是句句客旅的，
But they know that their life in this life is only temporary.
人生最真正的盼望是天上的更美的家乡。
Their true hope is in the heaven, the better and more beautiful
所
place.
以迦南地就是预表我们现在所盼望的天国。
And therefore, land of Canaan represents our heavenly kingdom.
因为这个是神应许给我们信他的人将来要享福的地方。
Because this is a land that God will showers us with His blessings.
当然，迦南地他们进去以后还要征战得胜以后才可以把土地站起来。
And of course, when they enter the land of Canaan, they still need to conquer that land in order to inherit that land.
这个是象征教会的生活。
This signifies the life in the church.
我们今天蒙主耶稣选召成为神的儿女，
Today, we have been elected and selected by God
我们
as
要
His
在属
children.
灵上也要过着征战得胜的生活。
But in our spiritual life, we still need to conquer our land.
要胜过世上的罪恶。
We need to overcome the sin of this world.
要胜过我们身体上的各样的情欲。
Overcome all the desires of our physical body.
我们能够过得胜的生活我们才能够领受这个属灵迦南的产业。
We need to live a victorious life in order to inherit that land of Canaan,
我们今
spiritual
天
land
下
of
午就
Canaan.
用这些道理互相勉励。
This afternoon, we will encourage with this short
我
passage.
们来唱诗195首
Let's sing hymn 195.
，195。
195.